early.
What's good, folks? We are back. It's another episode of Early.
Real
we got
early,
Gabriel, Julio here with us.
In the house,
What's
man.
going
Gabriel,
on, bro?
Julio.
Appreciate you.
Yo,
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, Julio. Man, can you tell us, man, like, first of all, appreciate you for taking the time to chop it up with us or whatnot. I want to briefly, it's kind of crazy how me and Gabriel even, like, met. We met on the set of Shout Out Porter. You know,
Yo, Porter made it, bro. Shout out Porter.
Porter's been on here.
I'm telling you, man, that's the young innovator right there, man. He's doing a lot of great things. But I had came out to New York for this weekend to shoot a commercial that we had plotted on, and Gabriel definitely helped us out a lot in terms of like just coordinating the actual shoot, making sure that shit was smooth. They were definitely like my shadow guys because I was like back pacing throughout the city with a stabilizer and shit. Like,
bro, that was
fucking this walkway traffic. That shit was crazy because we had to do take after take after take.
Yeah.
So that shit was really like a collaborative effort. But that's actually the first time that I had ever, even like met you, worked with you. But from then, you follow people on social media and shit, and then you just follow up with what they do and whatnot. And my man Gabe is in a lot of different types of things, man. I see you at a lot of different places. You're traveling, man. I see you at different conventions. You're also into that, like, the industry, like reselling when it comes to shoes, Labubu's, and Pokemon cards now going crazy.
For sure.
The Labubu's are going crazy. Pokemon's
Labubu's are out of there right now.
But
Labubu's are kind of out of there right now.
Go ahead, Gabe.
Yeah. What were you saying?
I was saying Labubu's are kind of out of there right now, man. They were on back order forever, and I think if you didn't really get in August, you're kind of out of there. I mean, people are kind of getting stuck with them. The price is down, but as for everything else that you mentioned, definitely still into. I kind of, just to give you a brief background, man, I come from like an acting background. I went to school for broadcast communications. I went to school for radio. So that was like something that I really dove into, and that's kind of like what got me into the industry. My dad was an actor when I was growing up, so my family did consulting on The Sopranos.
That's tough right there. So wait, hold real quick before you consulting on The Sopranos. What is that like?
Yeah, what is that?
Consultation,
what
just
is an
kind of like
Italian family gonna do, or in this situation?
Nah, so David Chase, where he grew up in North Jersey, and he grew up in kind of like the neighborhood that I grew up in. He grew up with one of my cousins, Anthony Palea, and a couple other dudes, kind of in like the Wayne area. And he grew up in the real era, like the real Sopranos. Like, even though the show takes place in the 90s, you're really talking about the 80s families and like what happened and like everything that was going on with like those guys. So it's kind of like it's not really a timepiece, it's kind of like reenacted, if you will. So like when it comes to like things being real and like authentic, you need like consultation. And like, my family was known to come from a certain background, and the way things ran were way different than they are now, man. So they needed some authenticity. So
that's crazy. Me and Brooke here are huge fans of The Sopranos.
Hell yeah.
I wonder, from your perspective, how do you feel about the show? Are you a big fan of it? Are you just aware of it? Like, what's your
I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of it. I grew up in Bloomfield, New Jersey. I went to Bloomfield High School, so I know everybody. Sorry, I got the dogs fighting. So as far as everybody like that I grew up with, we knew everybody. Like everybody that they're talking about. So the real Paulie Walnuts is based off my great uncle Anthony.
Wow.
That's fucking
like that real
bro.
like that real character is based off like a real man.
And Paulie's like a character. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo,
I feel like in forums, because I be literally in the Reddit Sopranos forums. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those guys that people get torn up about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't know whether they like hate him, whether they love him, like whether they think he's like a lovable guy or like a real fuck up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he's one of those polarizing kind of characters on that show.
Yeah, so I mean that's kind of like a fun fact about me and like my background and like what kind of got me into that, and kind of just collecting and being a connoisseur, if you will, of all things streetwear, right? You know, I've
Right.
one of my first interviews, actually, I got interviewed alongside ASAP Nast, like when they
Oh
were
wow.
coming up.
What year is this? So like
Bro, this
2013,
is like
2012, like okay.
2012 probably. Like
Word.
they're starting to pop. There was a periodical. It was like an online session, kind of sit down, and it was called the Crosby Press, if you remember. My boy Leighton Pope, who's a big director out in LA now, but I remember he sat down with me, and you know, I was kind of lined up with dudes of that magnitude back then,
Right.
kind of just styling and this and that, and you know, I kind of, you know, got into a little bit of trouble, as we all do in our younger
Right.
years. And, you know, I kind of stepped away from everything. But when I came out to Austin, man, there was no like real streetwear scene. Nobody was really reselling. I would say it all the time. Like where I come from, you got 10 different people trying to sell the same iPhone. Out here, you got 10 different people trying to buy it. So like, you know,
Right.
whatever you're hustling up top, like you can, there's parts of America that you know, items sell better. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Right.
Yeah.
you can't always sell a beanie in Florida, but like, you know what I mean? I promise you, somewhere else in Northern America, like I'll get that piece off.
100%. You know what's so crazy? One thing, bro, when we start talking about reselling, I want to know from your perspective when this became specifically like I guess for sneakers per se, right? Like when this trend really started to hit a big wave because I remember growing up in high school and whatnot. I remember having these exclusive kicks, man. I'm talking like SB Peacocks, Nike Holland Dunks, Dinosaur
Yo,
Juniors,
if you
Daylights, like
remember, bro, go ahead. What were you saying,
bro, it
Ronald?
was an era. And then, like, when you talk about the price points that they dropped at, right? Like, these
$80
were
for
like, these were
yeah.
prices like, bro, you
Anybody
can
could get
go
them.
to the store.
You just got to
Anybody
be aware.
can
You know
get
what I'm
it.
saying? You just got to be aware.
Because these shoes also, they had context, they had stories to them. It
Yo,
was
it's
really dope.
funny. It's funny what he just said. You had to be aware because, like, bro, shit used to sit. Mork
Yeah.
and
Yeah, right.
Mindy's, bro, Mork and Mindy's sat. Like, I
Sat, bro.
remember,
I got more. Man, I
bro,
wish I wore them for this.
you know
It's
what I'm
crazy,
saying? Like,
bro.
yo,
Right.
other shit like that, like, sat and nobody gave a fuck about. Can I curse? My
Right.
bad. I didn't.
No,
You
yeah,
good, you
yeah, for
good, you
sure.
good, you good.
Yeah, like, nobody gave two shits about shit like that. And it sat, bro. And, like, dude, I remember
Was it
shoes.
social media? Like, what was it that
Oh,
made it be like a thing?
I
Like,
feel like dunks and stuff started popping way before social
right,
media.
well, yeah, well, I guess I'm.
Yo,
You're
dunks,
right.
like,
It started trickling upwards, but then I feel like there's a moment like if we could just take a snapshot from how it was in 2008 to 2015, people are fucking using bots
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
And,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, wait,
Yeah.
when
yo,
did we
people were
get here?
using,
Yeah.
bro, you were using bots in 2011, bro.
Word,
Yeah.
word.
Yo, there was this dude, bro. I remember he probably still has an Instagram up. He was called the Nike Destroyer, and
Oh
it was a
shit.
Nike symbol upside down. And he used to toy with everybody. I remember him checking out on multiple pairs of like just exclusive LeBrons and like just wild shit, and he would like give them away on Instagram. And like I remember him claiming he wasn't a reseller, but I'm like, dude, like you're buying 30 pairs, bro. You know you're not taking them to Goodwill.
What you
Like
expect?
you're not
What you
taking them to
doing?
Goodwill, bro. Like
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah,
Right.
facts.
Like
Nah, I
you
used to
ain't
be on y'all used to be on Nike Talk like back
Oh
in the
yeah, the
day.
forums.
day,
Yeah, I used to
bro.
be on Nike Talk, and they would like
Yeah,
they
bro.
hated resellers on it. Like they hated when they found out like somebody bought like 15, 10
Man,
pairs or
forum
some
days
shit.
were serious
Nah, but
days.
and that's
Yeah.
why I said it was popping before social media because like that's where it was popping. And I
Bro,
feel like I got onto Nike Talk late. I feel like I got on there like 08, 09.
And you know what's cool about that?
that was towards the end of it. Like
Yeah.
2010, like Nike Talk started dying out. And like if you remember Strictly Supreme, like Strictly Supreme was like the forum, bro. Like
Yeah.
Right.
if you were in Supreme, like circa 05, 06, 07, 08, like, and if you weren't in Strictly, like
And
you get
you
it.
know what was
You said you weren't there.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
You
bro.
said to be there.
And you know what was crazy because in retrospect now, this is like some of the earlier stages of like community building,
Yeah,
because I
that's
feel
facts.
like there was a lot of, and I want to know from your perspective, bro, because I feel like there were a lot of people that just happen to be collectors and appreciators of these brands and these shoes back then that actually began to be like really big names in their industry or their profession, but it all just started with a passion with like-minded people. Like we just love shoes.
Yo, I got dude, you'd be online, bro, and like maybe you chop it up like, yo, like that's a dope cuff on that denim or whatever dunk that's
Right.
laying on, and like, you know what I'm saying? You point that out, and like, you know, real recognize real, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is, bro. You kind of know when people are faking the funk, and like, it was kind of easy to decipher. And like, I was one of those dudes. I was always trying to be friends with people that were like a size 12 and 13 because like I didn't. That was how you found shit, bro. Like, you looked on.
Right.
If you knew if you know, flightclub.com used to be
Yep.
vintagekicks.com. If you put in vintagekicks.com right now and hit enter, it brings you right to Flight Club. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
if you know that, like, and if you remember like vintagekicks.com and you were in that, like, you understand that, like, yo, you had to pay attention. You had to be part of that community
Yeah.
because that was the
Right.
only time, and that was like really your only price gauge of any of that, right? And that and eBay, like, those were the
Right.
only two. And bro, I don't know about you, B, but I didn't have no friends, bro. I got clowned in high school for my shoes, bro.
For
Like, I
real?
had girls telling me I was weird, bro. I had people
Do you
telling
think
me like,
a
yeah,
large part of this was the locale too, though? Like you're in Jersey, right? So like, did that come with like a certain swag people were wearing, and
Yeah,
you were kind of
yeah.
just like, no, I ain't
Like
with
out
it.
here in
I ain't wearing
DMV.
like, yeah, I got the Tims and the Nike
I'm about
boots
to
and
say in
shit, but I'm
DMV,
like, I'm
you have
good
the
on
Nike
that. Like
boots, yeah,
I got
the New
SBs.
Balances.
bro, I
You
was
might have Jordans
surrounded
here and
with.
there, but now go
Yo,
ahead. My bad.
I was surrounded in an urban area, bro. Like, I had
Word.
Filipinos, bro. I had Puerto Ricans. I had Dominicans, bro.
Right.
I had, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had dudes that were putting it together, bro. Like, dudes that
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Them Filipino
Yeah.
cats were fly, bro. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Like, and like, there was probably a handful of them that were like into retros, and like, y'all were into foams and shit like that. And like,
Right.
Yo,
bro,
facts.
we
Phones
Facts.
was huge,
Facts.
bro.
you know
Phone
what I'm saying? Like,
deposits.
we were
Nah,
wearing
facts.
shit like that. Like, but like, if I'm being honest, bro, nobody in my high school was wearing an Air Jordan 1. I don't give a fuck who you were. You know what I
Yeah,
Word.
mean?
Word.
Nobody was wearing that shit. And just like
yeah,
nobody's wearing them now, like, you know what I mean? It's like
Right.
the one is dead. You know what I mean?
Right.
You couldn't give us a one that'll sell out right now.
Right.
yeah.
That's real. That's real. It kind of died out after after the shattered glass joints, like shattered backboard. After that, it kind of like faded away. Them, and that was like what, like 2, 3 years? Was like 3, 4 years?
They just retroed that shoe like a month
Word.
ago, I think,
Wow.
like the shattered backboard. But like shattered backboards, like, and the reverse shattered, like, yo, when those originally dropped, what was that? 2014,
Word. Damn. Right.
right?
Right. So even those were
But I
again.
do feel like these days they're kind of like flooding the market with retros. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel
Man.
like they
Yo,
got a
we used
retro
to
coming
have
out
to
every 2
wait.
weeks.
We used to
Right,
get
bro.
Bro,
we
do you
used to
remember
get like
that? Do you remember
three
that
Air
era?
Maxes a
Man.
year,
Do you got any?
bro.
You got any crazy like waiting in line stories, bro? I
Oh
got a
man.
couple.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like
shit.
you
That
got
is a
any
great
crazy waiting in
question.
line
That is a
stories?
great question.
Yo, I remember. Yo, years ago, I can't remember what shoe. It might have been like Busy P Air Forces or like Current Cause Air Maxes or something. But like, I remember being outside A Life and dudes just driving by, and like, I don't know if they were flashing the blicky or a knife or what,
Like
but like,
on
I
some like
remember,
yo,
yeah,
show me
like,
my
yo,
spot.
y'all are gonna fucking move and we're gonna take that first spot. And like, I remember like these dudes driving by like 3, 4 times and everybody dipping like 3 times, like everybody
Yeah,
grabbing their
just
chair
clearing
and
the
dipping.
line.
Yo,
Clear
just
out the
clearing,
line.
My
bro. They
road's
would
not
do that
working,
shit.
bro. You got it.
That's crazy to come out
Everybody,
there at 7:58 and just clear out the
Right.
line. That's crazy.
bro, not even,
Nah,
yo. They do that shit at like midnight.
yeah.
Had me
Oh,
shook.
they used to do the midnight releases too. Yeah,
No, no,
I
100%.
You know what I
remember. I
mean?
remember there was I was out in Hampton, Virginia, where I went to school, and me and my homies were waiting. They were doing the midnight release of the Cool Gray 11s.
Oh
This was
yeah.
probably like
2011.
2011,
2000.
right?
maybe like 2011, something like that.
Yeah.
They were dropping the cool gray 11s, bro. Me and my homies got like within the first like 10 spots in line. We were one of the first like 10 people there.
Right.
Stayed out there all night, bro. I get to the front of the line.
How early did you have to come to be the first? Like, how early did you have to be the one?
Oh, we probably were out there from like.
You probably there 9 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't stupid, but we were probably out there from like 9 p.m. and I think they were opening at like 12 or 1 or something like that.
Okay.
But it wasn't crazy because also too, this kind of matters. This was a brand new finish line that had opened up in a mall that me and my homies worked in. Me and my homies worked at this Forever 21 at the mall, and this was a brand new finish line that had just opened up, and we just like walked over there after we got off our shift.
Right.
That's where you just dip through the back, go.
Right. Yeah. Facts. And what's crazy, if I knew any better back then, I'd have like buddied up with somebody at the finish line before, but like, you know what I'm saying, it was a brand new finish line. It probably been open up for like a month or less. We get to the front of the line. I got my shoes in my hand, bro. I go to the register to swipe my card. That shit says decline. And mind you, I just deposit, like just got paid. Like there's money in there.
Right.
Swipe it again, decline. Swipe it again, decline. I'm like, dog, there's no way I'm walking out of this store without these shoes in my hand, bro. Oh, do the hand through, like, bro, like, give it back, bro. Like, your shit's not working. It's not working. As soon as I get out the store, and then also, too, I'm like, yo, let me just make a phone call. They're like, you got to get out the store because at this time, I don't know if they did this around here, but they would let in 1 or 2 people at a time.
Yeah, then you got to go.
Right.
Yeah. So he's like, you got to get out the store and then come back in or whatever the fuck. So I get out the store, I call my bank, and it's midnight, so they're not really answering. The next day, they're like, the next day I get an email. And mind you, this also is a testament of the times because like, nowadays, as soon as something happens, you get an email, you get a notification.
Bro, you get that email, you get a text, you can hit them with the Y.
It's suspicious activity text, you know what I'm saying? So the next day I get a text or I get a email like, oh, we thought there was suspicious activity on your card around midnight, so we shut it down. I was like, y'all motherfuckers picked the one time,
bro,
one wrong time for it to actually be me and try to be a Superman, try to be a superhero and save my card, bro. Like I was hot,
couldn't
bro.
even hit you with that text message, yes or no. Like if this was you,
Facts,
could you just say like,
yo, yes, it's me. I need my cool grays.
Yeah, but I ended up getting it's crazy. I told a shorty this story, and then like maybe a few years later, she bought me some cool grays, like just out of the blue.
You know what's crazy? I haven't had, and like this is basically my shit. I didn't necessarily wait in any line for like any releases, but I definitely was one of them wake up super fucking early on like Black Friday.
Yeah.
Yo, Black Friday
like that. It was a thing until it wasn't a thing, right?
Facts.
So like I swear I must have caught maybe the back end of like when it was good, right? So like maybe I remember Black Friday like 2009 and like 2010, and like after that, bro, I was
Black
like,
History Month threes,
bro, right, bro.
Like you know what I mean? Like those were fire, bro. Like I remember those lines being crazy at that time.
Man, bro, but it was a thing. Like I didn't mind it. It was like this was the day after Thanksgiving. It was like, bro,
you didn't care, bro. You didn't
stayed over. I'm like, oh, bro, this is a thing. Like we're outside. Like we lit.
Bro, remember back then everything was closed.
Right.
And that day,
bro. It's crazy. Like now, motherfuckers open up Thanksgiving night. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers open up 9 p.m. on Thanksgiving.
Yo, y'all remember that was when we were hitting? I don't know about y'all, but I was hitting Xbox 360 lines, and I was hitting, you know what I mean, bro?
The consoles, the PS3 line back then, or the PS2 line, like, bro, stupid. Yeah,
I remember
GameCube line,
crazy.
The 360 line, I think when that originally dropped, I remember going to this local toy shop. It was like this little mom and pops type shop, and he was like, "Yo, we don't know how many we're gonna get, blah 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 blah." And I remember there being a line. Like, dude, there's probably 50 fucking people in this line, right? Yeah. They came out and like 3 people got it, maybe 4. What? Yo,
they had 4 Xboxes in. Oh, you said a mom and pop joint,
right?
Yeah, bro. So they let like 4 of them fly, and like I remember like walking away. I remember I had a buddy that worked there. He texted me. He was like, "Yo, I'm off work at noon." He was like, "I don't want it. Come get mine." And I'm like,
Jesus, bro.
and I,
Ultimate hookup.
Back in the day,
Bro.
Oh my god.
But see, shit like that only happens when you know people, bro. Like shit like that
Bro.
only happens when you I'm sure you built up like connections where people.
Dude, I
how
knew
many
this
gonna
kid
ask-
through like baseball. I wasn't even like friends with him. And like I remember he was like, yo, I know you want it. Like, yo, just give me
Yeah.
like 50 on top.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
You
mean?
know,
Like,
and it's crazy, bro, because you saying that, right? And like, Mech, I'm glad you brought it up because I feel like it's a perfect point to like emphasize within this conversation, right? I feel that network, especially in this game, is probably like everything. Because I've also seen from experience sometimes, like when you pay it forward, when you're just somebody that also like, you know, looks out in that way, man, sometimes people just have you in mind. Like you said, y'all weren't even necessarily friends, but he knew you well enough to know, I know you want this though. And like, I'm not about to like tax you for it or like, oh, here you. It's like, nah, bro. Like, you want it? Here you go. You can buy it. And I do think, like, even my boy, shout out Rob, and there's he runs like this
Like a
thrift
consignment
online.
joint?
Yeah, exactly. Drifters.
Yeah.
So we've had them on the show as well too,
Yeah.
man. And they're killing it. Once a month, they be having like these markets where they have at least like 30 or 40 brands come and sell their things or whatnot. But one thing that I see from him, man, every now and then he'll just go crazy on his stories. People are just telling him, yo, Rob, like, pull up. I just got like a bin full of shit. Like, I don't even know what's in here, but like, it's for you, bro. And then he starts bringing out like, bro, like, we're talking like prototype design Nikes. We're talking like the most vintage shit. I'm like, bro, where the fuck did you get, like, you cannot find this on Grilled. You're not finding this on no fucking sneakers app. You're not finding it on Go. Like, I'm like, man, this is crazy, but this is literally coming off of relationships that you have from people. And like, little do people know, people have building up these collections from the 80s, the 90s.
Yeah.
Like,
bro,
that was
people
my
don't,
youth, bro. Like, I don't do that.
people don't get it.
You know, it's crazy.
What do they say? They say your network is your net worth, right?
Yes, 100%.
100%.
So
And I feel
like,
like in yeah, but go ahead.
no, like, bro, there's people that I know that like, you know, I'm into everything. Like, bro, I'm into vintage. I'm into collecting shoes. You know, I buy and resell and trade cards. Like,
So many cards, not even if it's sports, the fucking
bro,
Pokemon,
you
with
know,
the tops. What did you buy today? You bought something like $500 tops. I was like, what the fuck is this?
yo, so that's a tops one. My homie's been trying to rip some baseball. So I
Okay.
picked that up. I picked that up for a homie of mine who does a lot of purchasing through me. So like one of my clients hit me up for that. But I told him, I was like, yo, I'll find you a good box of something that you could rip. But like that's like a relic card. Like you open that up and like you get like a one of one auto or like a one of one relic card. I don't know if you've seen the meme popping up of the Evan Longoria card. There was like a Charizard bat knob. Like the bottom of the baseball bat is like in the card, but it's got like Charizard on it, and like it's like a famous bat knob that's been going around. So like that's like a really big chase card that's in that set. So it's like the Pokemon's just going crazy, bro. Like,
Bro, help me understand this trading card industry straight up.
Right.
I have no. I mean, I'm into.
it's gambling. It's gambling
like,
for
retros
children,
and stuff
bro.
like that. What was that?
And we were doing Top Shot.
It's gambling for children.
No, but you know what's so funny, because like when I was in like elementary school, middle school, I was into the Pokemon cards. I remember going to the
Yu-Gi-Oh!
7-Eleven, copping cards, but I'm trying to understand what it looks like today. Like how are you placing value on cards? How are you
that all depends,
kind of explain
man.
to me your mindset behind it.
So there's like a couple different mindsets, man. You could attack it from like a sealed product sort of way, and that's kind of like when you just scream scalper, you know what I mean? When you're running and just like you're buying product and you really don't know anything about any of the Pokemon or anything. But like, you know, people really dive into this, man, and like there's really like pockets of people that like, bro, they live and die by this shit, bro. It's crazy.
Bro,
And go ahead.
Last night, bro. I'm on my bro's crib, bro, and we're just, you know, we're talking. You know, I'm into meme coins and shit like that. Talk about memes, and then I happen to talk about this one meme that's associated with. It's called cards, but somehow it's like digitally linked to, like these Pokemon cards. Like Like, I don't
Yeah.
know if there's I don't know if there's like that's it's I'm not too familiar with it, but it looked like digitized Pokemon cards. But anyway, my bro's like, "Oh, bro, I gotta just show you my cards, man. Just give me a second." And he literally goes upstairs and he like he has a whole case for it. And basically, what's cool is it's kind of like a thing him and his daughter do. But that shit kind of
Yo,
him
that's
geeked. And now he's like. He's really
bro. I
in it,
got
and
a
he's like,
homie that
bro.
does the
He's like, yeah,
same
this bro,
thing.
this is like $400 right now. Like I could sell it right now. And I was like, wait, bro. So like, overall, everything you spent on all these cards, if you sold like the
One.
hitters, would you be? He's like, oh yeah, I'm up. He's like, I'm up right now. So it's like that's really crazy. And I don't know. I've definitely been seeing the craze for sure.
That's funny you say that. So like one, I'll give y'all some sauce right now. So like there's like a whole lot of cards, and if you buy a certain card, and it's kind of like, dude, you understand graphs, you understand like
Right.
trajectory of things, you understand
Right.
like hype, you understand, you guys, like, I
Markets and all
know,
that.
Right.
like, yo, all you got to do is like things come in cycles, man. There was this book that I read years ago. I think it was called The Tipping Point. And
Okay.
it was about social epidemics.
Okay.
And like this, they talk about like the pet rock in like the 50s,
Right.
and then they talk about hush puppies, and like how hush puppies were
Had a whole phase.
they were super whack in the 80s. They were about to go under, and like, yo, one dude wore these royal blue fucking suede fucking hush puppies, bro, and he wore
And
them
boom.
into like BCBG or some dumb shit, and like
Right.
some fly motherfucker was like, "Oh, I'm gonna throw these $30 shoes on and like wear it with a leather jacket." It was game over, bro. And it was like
Right.
it's like the same thing, bro. It's like the same shit. It's like the Labubu, bro. That one, I think it was like a K-pop girl that like
Right.
wore it, and I think like it
Right.
was just game over after that. Like
Yeah.
Right.
you grab a couple Americans, you throw that shit on Haley Bieber or like one of them,
Right.
it's just game over. It's
But like,
Motherfucking when I started seeing this little boo boo stuff come about, it immediately reminded me, I'm sure y'all remember the Beanie Babies.
right? Yeah.
or
Yeah.
the
The
or
Beanie
the
Baby
Tamagotchis too.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Tamagotchis. I do
right.
remember that
Yep.
briefly. Like those, like it is interesting to see how
Beanie Baby
people
shit was
latch on.
crazy.
You said that Beanie Baby shit, bro. That Beanie Baby
It
shit
was.
was
It was.
crazy.
It was,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying? Like, but
You ever
it's
watch that
interesting to see-
documentary?
No, I
No.
didn't.
What are you talking? What documentary
There
are
was
you
like
talking
a documentary where they did the whole documentary on like the craze and like the 90s and like how these women were going nuts, and like, yeah, like that.
You know what's
There's a
funny?
documentary on it.
Sentiment driven
about?
markets.
I feel
man.
like I do feel. Well, tell me what y'all think about this theory. I feel like many things that go virally crazy as far as like
Women.
Beanie Baby stuff, like they're driven by women.
I would,
Like
I would
women
agree.
tend, like when women can latch onto something and like get that craze going, they can make shit go viral, bro.
Yeah,
Bro.
man, because I feel like at the end, at its essence, women are always gonna be more emotionally driven buyers and buy something because I just literally.
I
like
just
it.
want it. I just, I got, not even I want. I gotta have it.
guess
Look
what?
at
Bro,
look at these
they
goddamn-
don't even need to want
look at
it,
these
bro.
goddamn Stanley
right.
cups.
How much is it? Like, how much is it? Right? Oh, $500. I'm like, oh, well, I like it. So,
Well,
but
she
it's
got it. I gotta have it. You know what I'm
And
saying?
then now,
Care,
and then
as
you got
long
the
as they
guys like,
got
I
it.
get my girl one. You know, it's
What was that,
crazy.
Gabriel?
As long as they got it, they don't care.
Right.
Yeah, nah,
Right.
facts.
Right.
And
Give
then,
me.
And then what?
right.
Give me.
Exactly. Right.
And it's like, don't let one, like, if kind of like what you said with the hush puppy shit, like if somebody feels like, oh, I'm flyer than her, like if she got it, I gotta have it, and I gotta do it better. You know what I'm saying? I gotta kind of one up it. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I need my Stanley straw to match my cup.
He said,
I need
I need my Stanley to be
No,
blinged
fact.
out. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Like,
hey, you know what's crazy? Bro? I had a
bedazzled
question.
Stanley's crazy.
bedazzle
Right.
Stanley, bro.
Yo, I got a question now, bro. Has there ever been? Because I know I've definitely, as much as I've experienced like buyer's remorse, I've definitely also experienced FOMO. Has there ever been maybe like a product that you were, or something that you were just behind the curve on, and maybe you're like, no, this isn't nothing, and then maybe like later on, it
Oh,
ended up being
bro.
something like, yo, what the there's no
Like
way
I saw this. I saw this and I ignored it.
Exactly.
I saw it.
Yo,
And I let it go.
Literally, because what you were just talking about, bro, you were just talking, there's like these tipping points. And you're just saying there's a lot of people that are just stuck with Labubus now. And it's like, you really got to know the time to strike. And when it's kind of like, maybe the market comes back, but it's not coming back right now. You know what I'm saying? So
No.
you kind of took an L on that.
Pretty much. FOMO. As of recent, no, but I could tell you that like I've definitely rolled the dice many of times where like I miss a shoe
Right.
and I overpay for it and then it tanks. But then sometimes
Okay.
sometimes I'll panic and like I'll like get out of something, but like dude, I'm trying to think of like a shoe like Black Hat 4s.
Okay. Okay.
So when Black Hat 4s came out, I remember they sat at this local shop, bro. They had like 30 pairs. I remember being like, yo, let me get all 30. And I remember my boy was the manager, and I was like, get out of here. Like, yo, you're annoying. Like, leave me alone. Like, stop. Like, why do you want these? Like, you don't, like, I was like, yo, just let me buy them. And like, yo, if you look at Black Hats like 6 months ago, bro, they were going for like $850. Like all day. Like, you know what I mean? So like
Right.
there's so many times where I wish I took 10 grand and I just bought like a size run of something and like where I knew like dude, I remember when Strange Loves came out. I remember I found out that shoe was really limited, probably less than like 10,000 pairs, less than 15,000 pairs. Nike SB is just popping again. Like skate shops are probably getting a size run or two of that shoe, if that. And like I remember I found that out and I was like, yo, why is this shoe so limited? And like I remember the shoe drops, it was going for like 500. It tanks to like 250, and I sat outside the skate shop and I waited for everybody to show up and pick up their pair. And when they walked out, I was offering like $50 over StockX. I'm like, yo, I'll give you 280, I'll give you 300. And I remember this one big kid was the only one was like, nah, like you want this, and like now that you want it, like I'm gonna keep it. And I remember like,
Yo,
No, that's
I would have like, fuck
That's
you.
intel.
Like,
No, that's intel. That's
you know what I
that's
mean?
strategy right there.
I kind of like,
You know something. I don't know what you know, but you know something.
right.
he's like, yo, he's like, you're overpaying me. Like, you're not this nice.
Yeah.
And like,
See, it's one thing to like act like that, and it's like, okay, cool, that's a smart business decision. It's another
People
thing to
catch
voice that
on.
to me, like, oh, you want
Yeah.
it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
you know what I mean? So like, I remember like cashing everybody out. And I remember a week later that shoe being at like 600. Like, I remember, you know what I mean? I remember arguing
Did
with
you
my
see
homie.
like what if you think back to that time? What was that instinct? Like, what did you see, or did you just?
I think Sean
Like,
Cliver.
did you value it
It was the
yourself
perfect
and was like,
storm.
oh, it's undervalued based on my value of it?
No, I think it was just a perfect storm of things. Like with Nike SB coming out, Travis had just probably taken some jerk off picture in front of a Lamborghini, and I remember thinking like, damn, like SBs are gonna boom again. And like to piggyback off that, I remember the Levi fours had just come out. I'll never forget this. And I remember I jumped on like Facebook Marketplace and I was looking for SBs. I'm like, damn, like SBs are going for like $80 right now. I remember looking up Skater Dies and I'm like, bro, Skater Dies are like a $500 shoe. People are selling it used for like $100. What the fuck is this? And I get lost in Facebook Marketplace, bro. And I end up showing up to this dude's house. And this was probably that like really kicked off my reselling, like after like getting back into it, like 2015. And I pull up to this guy's house and he's like, yo, sorry, I lost the shoe you came for, but I got a bunch of other stuff. And I'm like, what an asshole. I just drove 2 hours for this shoe.
Yo, that's
The
crazy.
fuck?
Bro, I walk into this dude's living room,
Oh, ended up being worth it.
piles of Nike SBs, all size 12 and 13. And I'm like, bro, what is going on? He was like, oh, he's like, we had to evict somebody. Like him and his sister owned a property. And like, I guess whoever he evicted, bro, dipped and left an entire, like, bro, it was like 30, 40 pairs, bro. I remember looking at them, and like I looked through a couple of them, and I was like, yo, I'll give you, like, do you really want to piece this all out? Like, how much do you want for all this? He's like, oh, give me 900. And I was like, bro, I'll give you 600.
shit.
I was like, yo, I'll give you 600, bro. And he was like, all right, I'll help you carry it to the car. Bro,
Carry it.
the first shoe I listed on eBay when I got home sold for like 450. Like it was the original Pharrell Bapesta. Roadster.
Wow.
And bro, like
motherfucker got evicted because he was spending on his shoes. He was spending all his money on shoes.
Bro, and I remember Miss Piggy Highs, and like a bunch of P-Rods were in there, and like a bunch of other shit. And I remember just throwing them all up on eBay for like 200, 300 bucks, and like, bro, them just flying. And then I was just up a couple bands, and like I remember like that was the beginning of like FOMO, and like I started like wanting all my SBs back, and I started dumping back.
So bro, with that, like with you saying that, right? So now what I'm really interested in, I want to bring it up, so let's say somebody wants to enter like this reselling industry itself, right? Like, what are things that you would tell somebody to be really mindful of and to make it something that's sustainable for them, right? Like, because I feel like you're also somebody that you have your hand in many pots, you know what I'm saying? So like, how does that even look like in terms of like the time put into it, you know what I'm saying, the money put into it? How do you even get like a foot in the door? And then leading at that, how does that lead into like what you have with Tastemaker Studio and what you do with like Vintage Gabe?
It's just, bro, that's a great question. Where it goes from here, right? Like, I would give anybody the advice of like, go after things that you know, right? Like, it's like really hard to like learn. You know, I'm really diving into Pokemon this year after years of like only selling sealed product and not really understanding. Bro, there's a lot of fucking Pokemon.
Right.
Right. Bro, there's so many Pokemon, and like the new gen and the EX and this and like, bro, when I was growing up, there was 151, bro.
Right.
And like,
gotta catch them all.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there were like you knew how many you had to catch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what I'm saying? So like now we're getting reprints of shit, and I'm like, bro, and like there's like it's just crazy. So like, I mean, if you have the patience and if you have the money to really dive in and learn something new, other than that, like the best advice is like stick to what you know. Like I definitely stick to baseball a lot more than I do with either basketball or football. I definitely stick to, you know, more retros and like SBs. Like, you know, I've been collecting Supreme for 20 plus years. So like, you know, I've been an authenticator for years. I definitely have a reputation in being able to authenticate, you know, higher end, you know, Louis bags and stuff like that. You know, I've definitely been in that realm of things as well. So like, it's
how is that in the designer end of things, like in terms of, I guess, net and profit? How do you go about finding deals on that, right? Because I would think those price points.
Yo, you kind of designer's funny, man. Like if you go after designer, I always try and go after it used. Like if you know what you're looking for, because like a lot of those bigger brands, they don't like resellers. So like if the second they get a whiff of your account, you're banned. You know what I mean? So like definitely like cats like Louis and stuff like that. Like I know dudes that like spend 200 grand in there, and like, you know, they won't even get held like a cool Louis V shoe. Like, you know what I mean? Because they just know that like it's gonna go. So like they don't need to cater to anybody. So but when it comes to like the designer, definitely stick to like used, especially like, bro, you get it for half price. Unless it's like some like rare Balenci, or you get like a rare like something that was worn like in a runway show or something. Like other than that, like, nah, you're good, bro. Like that shit's overpriced anyway.
It feels like a lot of reselling is, you know, based off of vibes. Like going back to Brooke's question earlier, like how do you go about, like how could you find structure within it? Like is it even something that You
Nah,
know, because like what most businesses are is I don't do
there's
all the
really
work.
no
I delegate
structure.
a
It's the
lot of the work.
wild, bro. It's the Wild
Yeah, like
West.
bro, just get
It's
up and
the
go.
Oh
Like,
yeah, 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 yeah. No
it's
facts. That's what it feels like.
right.
it's the Wild West, bro. Because you can get outbid. Somebody can
Yeah,
get a flat tire on the way to work. They need an extra 250.
yeah.
Wow.
If
No
that
facts.
manager,
And they
if
just put it on
that
top of the price.
manager,
Yeah.
Right.
bro, if that
Right.
manager, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just keeping 100, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's, it is what it is, bro.
There's
One
no
hand
rhyme or
washes,
reason.
Right.
bro. One hand washes the other. Both wash the face, bro.
Yeah.
They have something you want. They understand how much it's worth. These businesses aren't gonna fucking hand out free money. Like, what if you
Yeah.
like? Are you not spending money there? Are you not buying clothes? Or are you just showing up on release day?
Right.
You know what
Right.
I mean? Do you have a rapport with these people? You know what I mean? Like, some of these businesses don't care if you're a reseller, bro. If you're supporting them and like, you're not just going there because of Travis Scott shoes releasing, or you're not just going there because like there's a line. Like, are you
Right.
going and are you buying inline stuff? Are you supporting? Are you going to events? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, are
Right.
you like, you know what I mean? Like, people think they understand what friends and family means. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Hmm.
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, people,
Yeah.
That's
people,
why them
people.
So
shits
you
be
got to
marked
really
up
be
so
tapped
high.
in.
That's why them probably be marked up so damn high when it's friends and family, because that run on them is like 100 pair, like not a
You know
lot.
what I'm saying? Like, people don't realize that, and you know, especially when I get gifts of that nature, when brands send me stuff, like they know I'm not gonna sell it.
Right.
Hmm.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Because like
Hmm.
bro, I want to cook them. I want to destroy something, bro. There's nothing I like more than destroying $1,000 shoe instead of selling it.
Word.
Hmm.
That's real.
You know what I
That's real.
mean? Like,
Right. Name of the
especially
game
like
shit right there. Yeah. Like
it
getting some Nike SBs, bro, and fucking skating in them.
destroy,
Like
bro.
like that's what the fuck
Yeah.
they do. They're really
You know what
fucking
I mean?
comfortable to do
Like,
that. Right. It's real shit. I get it.
I feel like
Same thing
that's
with
the
the
that's the
J's.
flex right there.
Right,
Like, you
like
know what I'm
bro,
saying?
I don't know if how what like bro, I don't know if it was like this like with football, right? Okay, I think it was because I'd be one of the motherfuckers that would customize my Madam Player OG,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
But in
bro,
basketball,
what?
like it was a bro in basketball, bro, it was a real thing. Like bro, trust me, we
The
loving the
Nike
game, but
ID
Bro,
joint.
I was
bro,
trying to get
I'm
the
talking about
beard
like
perfect. I'm trying
bro,
to,
yeah, bro, I'm
bro,
talking even
what?
so. I
2K
say,
now they let you scan
bruh,
your face.
and like I like
Bro,
the
I do
app.
the
The reason
same
why,
shit in MLB.
I
bro.
be in there trying to scan my
Bruh,
face, like.
because and the reason I bring that shit up is like I was like, yo, bro, like as much as we love balling, bro, we also loved our game day fit. Like
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, bro, I'm Northwest Jaguars, so our color is white and black,
yeah,
bro. I play with the foams. I play with
yeah,
the Dr. Dooms. Like I
yeah,
was like, I'm like, bro, like,
yeah.
and bro, it was like always a thing. I was like, oh, we're home. What shoes am I gonna put on a day to layup
Yeah.
lines? Like, yeah, y'all gonna
Oh,
see. It was, bro. It was a thing, bro. And like the reason why I'm bringing it up is like these are the same shoes people keep on ice. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
you know,
I'm not.
facts.
I'm like, I
It is
want to ball
hard.
in them.
It is very hard, especially in basketball. I
no.
think you can do that in basketball. It's
Right.
very hard, like when you're balling in some shoes that people wear like for fashion or people
Right.
wear.
Right.
Like these are my school shoes. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Bro.
With cleats in football, it's kind of different. Like although it's so funny. I saw like a random clip of LaMelo Ball on a podcast talking, and people kept pointing out how he was wearing some like Louis. They looked like some like Louis they
I
call
think
soccer
I know
cleats boots.
exactly what you're
Word.
You
talking
know what I'm
about,
saying? They were like,
yo.
why is he wearing boots in the studio?
Yo.
But apparently, like Louis made them to look
Word.
like
Look
soccer
like that.
cleats, but they're not. They're actually what you wear. But I was gonna say with football, like I had like two pairs of cleats. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm wearing one to the other. You know what I'm saying? It's like because
Bro.
you're not walking. I'm not
You see the cleats nowadays?
because even when season is out, I can't just walk around in my cleats in school. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to wear them for fashion, basketball is a little bit different. Well, you looking at me like I'm crazy. When you would walk around with you wouldn't walk around with cleats.
Nah, hell no. You slip and
I
bust
was
your
about to
ass.
say.
You see nowadays the cleats they got like the J's, like the Jordan cleats.
Oh
like,
no, yeah, like
now,
no,
Bro, I would have
no, they
been,
used to have. I
yo.
Now it's
always
so
wanted.
lit.
They had 11 cleats back in the day. Like they had
Right.
the retro 11s as cleats, and I just never got them.
Word,
I used to see the
word.
9s as
Guys,
cleats back in the day
so
all the
much
time.
trouble,
14s
bro.
is now they got the 14s golf shoes. Y'all know I be golfing now.
Yeah, right,
Like now
yeah.
they got the J, like
Yo.
J's be
Yeah.
making golf shoes now.
Yeah, nah,
I got the
it's dope.
nines. Yo, shout out fucking my boys over at Happy Life Wood, bro. I still need to bust those out. I got the 9 lows. They look like they're like modeled after like old wooden golf clubs. I like
Yeah.
they,
Crazy.
yo,
Yeah, like I feel like I've seen Jordan dropping a lot of definitely in the lows. Like
bro.
I've seen the twos, not the twos lows. I've seen the 11s lows. I've seen the 14 lows. I've seen I want to say the sixes they got in golf cleats. Like they got so many shits, bro.
So good.
Bro, you know what's crazy? Now we talking about all these shoes. Now I'm just interested. Like, what's your holy grail, or like, what's your top pair of shoe? One that you own, your
have, and
favorite,
one that you
and
didn't.
one that's
Yeah,
like,
great
bro, if I
question.
catch it in the wild, I'm
One
buying
that I
it.
own.
Never let it go.
I'm gonna back up the Brinks truck for this one.
I'm getting it.
I owned a Freddy Krueger low in my
Woo!
life.
You got the Freddy Kruegers? Oh, that's a
I
gem.
had past tense.
Okay,
Yo,
oh, deep.
it's like a really weird story, and like we could talk about that another day of like what happened to
Oh
it.
shit, it's deep. It's
But like,
heavy.
yeah, it gets deep, bro. But that's like definitely like the one that got away. Like I had one of the only size 12s known to man with a box.
With the box. That's just really key,
Known to
bro.
man,
Like
that's
having a
crazy.
box with the shoe. I don't know. It just really like
nah, facts.
you got the box too.
Yeah, facts.
Well, that shoe got stolen. Like that, how that shoe got out. Like there was only like, bro, there was like less than like 50 pairs supposedly, and like, bro, there's so many fake ones floating around. Like if you own that pair, you know what that fucking shoe smells like. You know what it. You just know what it feels like. Like
Right.
there's nothing like it. And I remember that shoe just like was so like evasive, bro, back in the day. And like I remember I ended up getting it, and I wore the shit out of that thing.
Yeah, as you should. Yeah.
And
Real, bro. Oh no, go ahead.
Yeah.
My bad. I thought, go ahead. Keep going.
What's the
no,
one
and
that
then
you're
you
still
had
trying to get?
still trying
So
to
basically
get
the one you
one
had
that you got and one that you
you're still trying
don't
to get,
have,
like one
or
that
never
you,
was able to get.
yeah, like you'll be like,
Yo, I've been
so you'll
looking for
back up
this.
the Brinks truck for it.
Yo, I've been looking for this Sex in the City Presto
Word.
for
Yeah.
so long, bro. I remember Sarah Michelle Gellar had it. That or there's a John Mayer Air Max. Like either of those,
Wow.
like John
Air
Mayer
Max. I gotta look
did.
that up. That's crazy.
Yo, it's like I think it's an Air Max 90, if I'm not mistaken. And like John Mayer, he released like a couple hundred pairs of it. I forget how you were able to get that
Is he
shoe,
still
but
making
there's
music?
I
I'm
feel like he's
probably just making
performing.
Rolexes and shit.
He's probably touring. He's probably touring some old music or something. John Mayer, one of them like timeless kind of dudes.
Yeah.
Bro, he's just making APs and shit. Like he's doing
Oh
like,
wow.
bro, he's got like a Rolex out and shit. And like he's like, bro, he's got a bro, I think he's got a Rolex like
Wow,
nicknamed after him.
Oh man, that's so cool how people
That's
transition
crazy.
in life and do all types
Yeah,
of
nah,
shit.
that's
Tough.
crazy.
That's really tough, bro. But yo, bro, before
I was gonna ask you what's yours?
oh man,
Or
bro,
do you have
no,
one?
yeah, man, you know what? Kind of similar, bro, to you in the fact that I love with the passion my Dino Juniors, and I had them.
Yeah.
I had them.
Oh
and
shit, we lost
And
him.
oh shit.
How we lose
Hey
Gabriel?
yo, all right, yo, it's
Go-
crazy. It's
but
all
go
good.
ahead until
We
you go-
gotta-
oh, there you go.
There
He's
it goes.
coming back.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Bet. He right there. But okay.
I was about to
There
say
you
how
go,
we lose
got him.
Gabe.
But nah, I was saying like similar to you. I actually with my Dinosaur Juniors, like the way that I like that was probably one of my first snipes. I wanted that shoe so bad, and then somebody that knew me and my love for SBs, he knew I wanted them to juniors. He's like, yo, I got these for you if you want them. And literally, bro, that was back in the day when you can literally give people fucking like trees for shoes. So I was like,
weak,
bro,
yeah.
yeah, I got this.
Easy.
Bro. And he was like, sure. I was
I'm
like,
weak.
what? Yo,
Done.
There was a time when tree was actually currency. It's crazy.
And, bro, I wore that shit.
Oh,
down.
med trades are great.
It made me so happy to have them, bro. And then literally, like, let me tell you, like, some real circle of life shit. I ended up giving them for 2 zips. Like, it
I'm
was
weak.
like, yo, bro, I got it for 1
I'm
and
weak.
sold it for 2. Like,
Hey,
I was
came
like,
up.
I gave up. But like,
He
looking
came
back
up.
in
Got some
retrospect,
wear out of
bro,
him.
and looking back in retrospect, I regret
1 zip profit.
I regret every fucking shoe that I did that like for trees. Like I regret it. Like Jordan 10s, like the original like like the original gum foams, like the blue joints. Fucking bro, the Doom foams.
Yeah.
Like bro, so
It's
many.
crazy, bro.
What
I'm
10 are
sitting
you
here-
talking about?
Which joint?
What 10 are you talking about? Steels?
What was that?
Wait, you cut up.
You kind of cut out real quick.
No, B was talking about. He's like, yo, I love the one Jordan 10, but what Jordan 10? What color?
The Jordan 10s, the ones with the I think it was original colorway, the white. The white with
Yeah,
the
the
black,
black
and
and
then
The
had
steel,
that red.
steels.
steels,
Yeah.
steels.
The steel gray
Bro,
joints. Those joints
bro.
came out. Those joints just came out.
Bro.
But I don't like it with like the little toe box joint.
That,
You know
bro,
what I'm talking about?
that shoe
But the
is
steel grays are
sexy.
so hard. I used to have the red steel joints. Bro, I look back on
Great shoe.
I was scrolling through like old pictures. Somebody had asked me for like a baby pic. So I was scrolling through like old pictures because my sister, like my sister has a bunch of them. So I'm scrolling through like all like her Instagram for like old pics, and she's got a bunch. She's very family oriented, so I'm in a lot of her old pictures. I'm
Sick.
seeing shoes and clothes that I'm like, where the fuck is this?
Yo, need that.
I had those Chicago Bull 10s in a picture. I'm like, I'm looking to buy these, and I used to have them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, it's like what the fuck? But steel gray 10s used to, like those are my favorites. I don't like the retro ones that they came out with this year, so I'm like not really pressed to get them. But the playoff 12s about to come back out. I feel like those are joints that like I've always wanted. Not the
Yo,
playoff 12s,
infrared
the
sixes are
taxi
coming
12s,
back.
the taxi 12s. You said
Taxi
what?
12. Infrared sixes are coming back.
Oh, yo, infrared
The
sixes,
infrared
man.
sixes, another
It's
pair of
such a-
bro. Wow, had those
That's
shoes.
an-
They got stolen out of my crib,
That's an iconic shoe, bro.
bro.
Yeah, it's a
Infrared
clean
sixes is
shoe.
iconic.
Black and oh my god.
I had the Flint 13s stolen out of my crib, bro.
man.
Like you know what I'm
Flint
saying?
13, one of my favorite shoes of all time, bro.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
bro.
Those are a beautiful shoe. I was gonna say my holy grail, bro. And this is from when I was younger. Like when I was young, first getting into dunks, the one pair of joints. There's probably two. I wanted the Sen Helps so bad, and I wanted the De La Souls.
Yeah,
You know the Sen Help joints with they were like black.
Yeah.
They were white, black, and baby
Yeah.
blue. Like, and I don't even know if you would call that baby blue. That hint of blue was the most
It was like an
beautiful-
aqua.
It was like an aqua, bro, and it was suede. It was, bro. That was like the most beautiful colorway of dunks I've ever seen in my life,
literally
bro.
awakened.
Them Sen Helps was crazy. Could
awakened.
never find like a real place to get them. And then the De La Souls, I knew a couple people that had them,
De La's was beautiful.
but those were just like two joints that I was like,
There's
I wish I would have
so
them.
many fakes of them too.
Yeah, that's why I like.
Yo, that shoe crumbles now.
What do you say?
That shoe crumbles now. Like the whole
Oh, really?
paneling on that
Damn.
shoe. Like if you look up that shoe, like because you know the vinyl, like the flowers of it's based on like the artwork of the record,
Right,
the De La.
Yeah.
So like
The material.
the paneling is like a vinyl paneling on like the mud guard, and like
Right.
that mud guard, like when it gets dry, that shit just cracks.
So it's not built to
Damn,
last.
Yeah, man.
Bro, I've
You
seen
have to wear them bitches. You better wear
yo,
them.
I've seen
them and retire
people,
'em.
All right.
bro, I've seen people wear them shits out here and they're just falling apart.
Man,
That's crazy.
You know what's what's crazy, bro? Mech, you literally reawakened my true grails. My true grails. And it's literally they're all SBs, bro. Like I ain't never loved shoes.
Yeah.
Like I love SBs, and they're
SBs
literally
were tough,
it's
bro.
like it's two pairs, and I have an honorable mention. One, the Tiffany's.
I knew you were going to say
fucking
that.
Tiffany's.
I
Like,
knew. you were
I've
going to
destroyed-
say that.
I've destroyed so many pairs.
Because I was like, that hit of
always
blue,
wanted
that
them.
Tiffany blue was crazy
bro.
too.
Bro, I always wanted them to this
Nah, them
day.
shits was
I
hard.
want them, but like, yeah, man. And every color of the Supreme SBs.
Yeah.
The light blue, the red, the orange. Like, bro, that was another one. I was
Yeah.
like, bro, the price point. I was like, bro, like I was always on Flight Club. Like it was like $700-800. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't buy these, but one day I want them. And then like my honorable mention, bro, I also love the lobsters, like all colors. Like I love
Yo,
the
lobster
lobsters,
series
the blue
is-
joints, the pink joints. Oh my.
Yo, I would it's funny you say that right now. I would kill for a white lobster.
Bro, yeah, bro, they are.
I need that white lobster.
Said I
so
need.
bad.
Yeah, bro, them joints is really tough, bro. But
You
fucking-
never
that
see
brings
nobody
like
wear
the-
them.
That was a time, bro. Like I feel, and also too, like how do y'all feel? I mean, I feel like I'm not really in the sneaker game other than, you know what I'm saying, copping some retros, because I feel like Jordans are just like they're my life in a sense. So I'm always gonna have a love for Jordans,
right?
And try and I feel like now that I'm an adult, I can get the ones that I could never get when I was younger.
Always, like,
you know what I'm saying? Like
enough,
they're easily accessible.
It's very
you know
subtle, but you always have a fresh pair of J's, and it always just seemed like it's like the vibe, like.
Bro, white cement 4s.
So I wear them like
exactly.
White cement 4s, bro. I just bought a pair of. I bought a pair of those.
I just got the white, the retro ones that came out, the 4s. But the white cement 3s are joints that I used to have that also got stolen out of my crib. Gorgeous, bro.
Yeah, the 4s, Oreo 4s. Oh my god,
Oreo 4s tough.
Oh my god, I would get them in a heartbeat.
What is y'all's favorite retro? Like, what number would you say is the
11?
Maybe not
11. 11.
It's universal. 11 got it. 11 and 12.
That Concord, bro. That Concord 11
are the cleanest, bro. Concord 11 and Taxi 12s, bro. Those are like two of the cleanest shoes.
It was crazy. Y'all say the lines, right? Shout out my pops and shout out my cousin, because I never actually successfully waited for a line. But that Christmas, that 2011, 2010, I think it might have been 09
was it the
or 2010 Christmas with the
Space Jam? 2010.
And bro, it was like a whole, it was a thing, like the box was even crazy, bro. And
y'all right. 11s might be the single greatest, because Space Jam, you got the Breads, you got the you got the Concords, bro.
Do y'all know what my parents did, bro? Do you know what they did, bro? I don't even know how they did, bro. They got another Jordan box. So like I'm thinking I got the flu games. Like I was like, oh yeah,
this is cool. Thanks, guys.
Yo, bro, it was crazy, and like it was like a fake box.
Yeah,
I hear it.
Like like throw you off kind of vibe.
Yo, I would have been tight.
I'm with the parents about the theatrics out.
Open this shit, bro. The 11, there was nothing like that box. Like when I opened it, it's like it had a gleam.
I'm weak,
bro. And the colors was like the blue. I was like, nah.
Just because bro.
This is the only thing, though. This is the only thing. They were like a size bigger than what I wore, and I didn't give a fuck.
Oh,
these are size like.
I had a cousin that used to wear. I had a cousin that used to wear like a size bigger than me, or maybe even a size and a half bigger than me. He would. When he was done with a pair of J's, he would throw them down to me, bro. Like he gave me some what was those French Blue 7s, bro? Like them shits was big as hell on my feet. I didn't give no fucks, bro.
I fly shit.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah,
they don't care.
No, bro, and that's facts. But bro, want to say, man, appreciate you, man. For
this has been a really fun convo, man.
Yeah,
this
for
really
sure, bro.
Fun.
It's like
walking down memory lane, like
memory lane, and at the same time, what industry looks like today. Because like that's why this has been kind of like fascinating to me. Again, it's like we kind of like talked on things that we really been interested in, like a lifetime of interest, and it's kind of like before my eyes, even though I didn't stay there. It's evolved to whole industries. People have built whole brands, and it's just really beautiful to see that it's like full circle, and like the industry of always like collectors are always going to be there.
Yeah,
resellers are always going to be there. People that are enthusiasts and people that are like coming, like I told you, my boy's daughter. Like there will always be new generations to buy into the stories that have already been made around these products. So
bro, there's gonna be a new sneakerhead made tomorrow. There's gonna be a new Pokemon kid that's made tomorrow, bro. And I think especially with the pump of social media in the 2010s and all that shit, I think we forgot about nostalgia. And one thing that I do sometimes, bro, and it sounds crazy, but I'll take out a piece of paper, I'll take out a notebook, and I'll lay down on my stomach, bro, on the floor on some carpet, and I'll start writing out some ideas or some things that I want to do, or I'll make a wish list of some things that I want to accomplish, just to like get back to that primitive child way of thinking and getting down on the floor and like, sketching some shit out. So like, I think nostalgia is going to win hopefully soon, because, people don't realize that, a lot of these kids with the music that they listen to, and they're sampling this from that, and they don't understand that everything is derived from and stolen from someone else, bro. And like, I think I pray nostalgia wins, bro, because I think you know, the more you pay attention to the past, bro, you can make the future that much fucking better.
It's funny if you
That's a
go
jump.
to Gabe's Instagram, you're gonna see his profile pic is Doug writing on the floor.
Literally, like
Right on his stomach, just right on the floor. But nah, it's funny because I do feel like something that I do want to ask is when it comes to collecting, what is more important to you? Like having that thing or getting that thing off for a profit? Because I feel like there's value in, so like if we're talking Pokemon cards, if we're talking rare shoes or rare item,
Yo,
like
I don't.
how do you like you
It's not
can't
about the
even price
money.
the value of it until you actually sell it off. But having it, you know what I'm saying? Like what's a better feeling for you? Grabbing something that you've been wanting for a long time or getting off something that, you know, maybe
Grabbing.
4x, 5x what you paid for or what you got it for? What's the better feeling
Yo,
for you?
doing the chicken dance is always a good thing, bro. So like, you know, when you get when there's profit to be made, that's cool. Um, in the business world, that's bad, bro. Emotions will get you shot,
Right.
Yeah,
and like,
but you gotta think about what we gotta think about where you are. Like it's collectibles. Like there's a reason why somebody's gonna pay $3,000 for a card. You know what I'm
I
saying? Like there's
mean,
a
bro,
reason. So the, you feel where I'm going with this? Like
it's
there's got to
so
be a buyer for the thing that you're selling, but there's a reason why they're buying it at that price point. You understand what I'm saying? So like
no, I feel
in the
you.
world of collectors, what's more valuable, grabbing something that's super rare or getting
Oh,
something
grabbing,
off that's super rare?
grabbing
Grabbing.
something for sure,
Grabbing. Yeah.
100% grabbing, because
100%.
like
Right.
when I when I own the item, like I get to set the value. You know, it's mine.
Yeah,
Right.
You know what I mean? So like
fair. That's
the
fair.
4 or 5x doesn't even come into play until that shit is coming to my universe. You know what I mean? Like you got to know how to sell something. You got to know how to sell a $10,000 card. You got to know where to sell it. Because
Exactly.
even if you know that it's worth 10,000, you got to, if you're not going to sell it, you got to put it
You
on
don't just throw
eBay.
it up in
Get
the sky and then
Right.
10,000
bro,
comes down. Like you got
Right.
to find
no,
someone
you
to
gotta
write you a check for that.
Right.
you gotta understand that there's other channels that you need to use, and you gotta use eBay, and they gotta take their cut, so you're not clearing 10, and then you gotta
Yeah.
realize you gotta pay taxes on that shit, and
Right.
you know what I mean? Like people don't
Yeah.
realize that. You know what I
Do
mean?
you be
So it's
going to
like
like the conventions and stuff?
Yeah.
I
He be
love
killing that.
yo. I just got
What's
back
that like?
from chaos.
Yeah. What was I guess the biggest one was the Fanatic joint, right? The
Yo, Fanatics was a
that
That shit
movie,
looked
look
bro. But
popping,
that
bro.
looked
yo, if
crazy.
I'm
I
being
saw like little
honest,
clips of it. That shit
It
look
looked
popping.
crazy.
far as it being like lit, like the Fanatics one is lit. It's New York City. It's dude. You're looking over, you see Livy Dunn, and then you look right and you see Gronk, and then you look
Yeah,
up
but
and
the
you're like,
Eli Manning and
Right.
fucking
bro, I'm like,
Tom
what?
Brady.
Right.
Yo, I caught a Tom Brady fucking ball that he threw to me. I'm like,
That's
that was
Yeah, that's
crazy.
fucking
crazy. Yeah.
like that was insane. He signed it too and threw it up.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's crazy.
Um, bro, that was fucking insane. But like, yo, if I'm being honest, out of every show that I've been to, like all the shows are winding down right now. There's probably like one or two left, but like all the big ones are done. And like National, that was in Dallas, right? Oh no,
Mhm.
National was in Chicago.
Okay.
And bro, when I tell you, I thought I knew what money was. Like I thought I've seen people with money, and
Right.
like, bro, this convention brings out
Heavy hitters.
everyone.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro. And like the cool thing about shoes is like, yo, you can like make shit look cool, right? But
Yeah.
like how much money and time and energy and the U-Haul and bro, how many trips do you got to take to like fill up a table? Bro,
Yeah.
Right.
I could fill up a duffel bag with cards, bro, and slabs and have probably close to a mil.
Damn.
That's real. The logistics of
Yeah.
it. No bullshit. Like even I never even think about that too much. Your product. How do you transport your product to the place? That's
Yeah.
actually
I could put 30
With your
grand in my
cars.
little
Gotta get a
Pelican
U-Haul.
case. Yeah.
right.
I
Never
got
thought
30
about it like
bands
that.
in
That's
there.
real. That's real shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Man.
That's yeah. This has been a really dope conversation.
Yeah, man.
Just
Insightful,
going through
bro.
memory lane, and then
Appreciate
also
that
seeing
shit.
what the industry is
I
like
got
these days.
another one to put you on.
Yeah,
For sure.
A lot of these Pokemons, man, like I'm really diving into it because these cats don't get hit with no sexual allegations. They don't pull no fucking
Right.
they don't pull no hamstrings. Pikachu don't got no DUIs. Bro.
This shit not like
It's
fantasy
true.
football.
It's very true. It's very
You know what
true.
I'm saying?
Have a
Like
bad day and don't get no
No
catches.
scandals are happening with my Pokemon.
Charizard is a fucking Hall of Famer, bro. He ain't
Yeah.
on
That was
no
my favorite
Epstein
Pokemon
list.
growing up.
Bro, he ain't on no Epstein list, bro. He ain't.
Nah, Charizard was definitely my favorite Pokemon growing up, dog.
Facts. Nah, bro.
Charizard and Mewtwo.
Yeah, nah, Mewtwo's that nigga.
Yeah.
Bro,
Bro,
it's those are the guys, bro. Those are the Hall of
for
Famers.
sure.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure,
Facts,
Brody.
facts.
But again, bro, Gabriel, thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
For taking the time. Chill with us, chop it up with us, and get us hip to your world. Really appreciate it.
That's facts.
And until the next time.
Before we let you go, though, let people know, you know what I'm saying, what you got going on, you know what I'm saying, in the near future and where they can, you know what I'm saying, keep up with you.
Damn, Gabriel on Instagram, man. I got Twitter. I got all the normal handles. Coming up soon. I'm tapped into Lids and Lids Hat Drop. We've been working on trying to launch a couple Yankee hats. So I'm sponsored by those guys.
With
Yes,
like that's
yes.
That's
So
dope, bro.
we've been
Very dope.
working.
Congrats on that.
Thank you. We've been working on some designs and trying to launch some samples. So as soon as we can get those pushing, man, hopefully 2026 we can roll something out. Even though the Yankees suck this year, but other than that, man, you could catch me outside, bro, at any card event and any vintage event. Probably be out in Houston for ThriftCon. Definitely trying to go out to PuffCon in LA and go spin the block. ThriftCon is going to be, I think, in October. Towards the end of October.
Okay, because I love H-Town, man. Nowadays, I'm
any excuse to go out there.
Bro, I'm definitely up to age now
facts.
where I'm like, if I can find a valid excuse to go to a place, I would love to plan it.
And Houston's one of those places.
Houston's
one of those
Houston,
places, man.
Yeah,
Houston's great. But other than that, man, I'm just going to stay low and, definitely just try and see what's going on. I'm kind of pissed I missed Fashion Week, so I definitely got to get back up to New York and, before it gets too cold, because I'm going to stay south this winter.
Right. Hey, nah, I ain't mad at you, bro.
That's not a bad idea, bro.
Exactly, bro.
But again, man, appreciate you coming through.
For sure,
and
bro.
Until next time, man, take it easy.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate you, guys.
bro.
Early